Brothers and sisters in Christ, asking for a call to prayer for this nation, for our brothers and sisters in Christ, for our homes, for our finances, for our jobs, for what this nation is facing. The coronavirus pandemic is not slowing down, it's actually getting worse. And racism is getting worse. It's ridiculous how bad the racism is right now. And how the Lord said in the Bible that the man's going to become lovers of the flesh. They're going to lust after the flesh. They're going to neglect Christ. And they're basically, not everybody I'm saying, but basically they're going to become lovers of themselves. And people are going to turn against one another. So, I mean, with that being said, racism is just rampant and it's ever increasing. And I feel as though some of these racist incidents are staged, not all of them, but a few of them. And I believe that with the racism and the civil rights, I feel like the civil rights struggle is happening all over again. I'm not saying that as fact, but that's what I feel like. I'm looking at history repeat itself. And I feel as though that they're using this, the government and the powers that be, as a means, a stepping stone to taking away our civil rights. I don't know if you're aware of that couple out in Louisiana, I believe it was, that they pulled guns on protesters that were crossing into their property. It was a private community, a wealthy couple, and they were crossing into their property and into the private community. They have property in a private development where other residents live, and they pulled firearms. And the state, this happened in I think it was Florida or Louisiana, but the state law allows for a homeowner to pull a firearm if they feel threatened. And these people are being charged and their firearms are being infringed on. In California, and it's spreading to other states, they were telling Christians that, or they're closing churches. I haven't heard about mosques closing or any other false places of worship closing, because the Christianity churches, depending on the church, if it's a true church of Christ, it's a true place of worship. I heard about churches closing, but I haven't heard about any other, places, false places of worship closing. Only churches, they're just targeting churches, that's it. And it's spreading across the state. So, that infringes on our right as Christians to gather together and worship, practice our religious freedom. That is violating our rights. The incident in Florida is violating the rights to, bear firearms, to protect yourself, to feel secure in your own home, to have privacy. It's violating those rights as well. And I feel as though these incidents are a stepping stone to targeting our civil rights. The Lord warned that Christians would be persecuted. So please pray, because these situations are actually getting worse rather than getting better. And I see that this nation is going through a series of trials for turning its back on God. And the trials this nation is facing is unlike anything I've ever seen. With this pandemic business, how it's destroying, it's killing the economy. And how I just read recently in the New York Post, it was in the Washington Post and so forth, how 37 more million Americans filed for unemployment, and how now they're saying that the unemployment numbers are actually higher than what they're presenting to you. And I explained that in a prior video, that the true unemployment numbers are not including everybody. Those that are stopped looking for a job, or they don't qualify for benefits anymore and they're not working, they're not included in those numbers. Or those that are working part-time that are considered underworked, they're not included in those numbers either, and they should be. A lot of the $600 a week is going to be running out as of July 31st. And I guess there's a pending bill in the House and Senate to extend those benefits but at a reduced rate, which would be only $200 extra a week. And a lot of people are saying that that's not going to be enough to pay their bills. Well, guess what? You need to get a job, because I believe that if they extend those benefits, it's going to encourage unemployment. It's going to encourage these people to be more lazy than what they are and to continue to file for unemployment benefits rather than looking for a job, because there are essential jobs that are hiring. And like I said, I'm not calling everybody lazy. I'm sure that there are people out there that want to get a job, that want to get off unemployment, but there are some that just don't want to get off unemployment. So that's a concern as well. Soon, essential jobs are going to be hard to come by too, because they're going to harden their hiring processes. Like, it's going to be more strict because of this coronavirus thing happening. But anyway, pray for the nation, okay? Pray that we end up with a president that is for God and not against God, because this president we have is just forget it. But I'm telling you right now, I mean, I don't want Trump in office, but it's not my call. But I have a feeling he's going to win. I'm not stating it as fact. I have a feeling either he's going to win or there's going to be a woman in office. That's the feeling that I have. I'm not stating that as fact. Okay? Joe Biden's running. I believe it's Joe Biden. And his running mate for vice president is a woman. So, I don't know. Anyway, it should be a interesting few months ahead with the election coming up and everything like that. Pray for our nation. Pray that we end up with a leader that is for God, for the Israelites, and for, most importantly, God and Christians, because with the way